Anyways, are you okay to proceed even though you're making your character?
I mean, yeah, we're still in the shop, correct?
No, you're left.
We just walked out.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
that's right.
did.
Yeah,
We
that's
had
right.
just
That's right.
walked
Yeah,
out.
we walked out and we're back in the town.
Oh.
Here, I can.
Just remember, Frankie's putting us on YouTube, and he has some followers.
Yeah, back from the days I used to play Magic on there.
Yeah, I saw a couple of your videos.
A single shaft of light thrusts illumination into the main square, its brightness looking like a solid pillar in the heavy fog. Above the gaping doorway, a sign hangs precariously askew, proclaiming this to be the Blood of the Vine Tavern. And further down the street, you can hear a moaning sob floats through the still gray streets, coloring your thoughts with sadness. The sounds flow from a dark two-story townhouse. This one.
Well,
Want to go to the tavern? Not tavern. The two-story house.
Follow.
I'm gonna go into the Blood of the Vine. So I guess we're gonna split up.
Okay. Who's all going to the Blood of the Vine?
Can I get the link to that map? Because when I click it, it says there's an error.
When you stream? You're just watching my stream right now.
Oh, okay. I thought everybody was looking at that. Okay, my fault.
Okay. Who's all going to Blood of the Vine and who's all going to go check out the noise?
I mean, I'm curious about the noise. So
I'm going with the noise.
Noise.
I'll go with the noise.
Okay.
Guess I'll
Is
go
that
by
everybody?
myself.
Is there only 4 people? Why am I still here?
There's
There's
5.
5. I'm being retarded. Alright. So we're gonna go check out the noise. Let me move your party down the street past the wonderful little Vine Tavern.
I wish to knock.
The house is 40 square feet and is boarded up and barricaded from the inside. You decide to knock.
An abandoned house, possibly.
No, it's boarded up, but the door's not.
Does anyone come to the door?
No, you just hear crying from upstairs.
like adult crying or like.
Yes, adult
Is
crying.
the door locked?
Do you try it?
Yes.
No, it is not locked.
Oh. Can I use the? I think it's take something. Minus surrounding perception for any traps or anything.
Sure. You can definitely roll perception for that.
I got 18, 23.
No, there are no traps. You see stairs leading over, or leading to the top where the crying is coming from. There's a kitchen straight. There is like kind of a den is what you're in currently. There's no map of this place, or I'd put it up there. So yeah, just think of your basic townhouse, I guess.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and go into stealth, just in case.
Why don't you go into stealth and just go check upstairs?
Oh, I could do that. Yeah. We're gonna go into stealth and go check on the noise.
We or you?
Me.
Yeah,
Okay.
him. He's going.
I was about to say, there is definitely a no we there. Alright, roll me a stealth.
We got 15.
I can't see y'all's updates rolls on the chat.
I don't think he's doing it on the.
No, I'm hitting my actual perception and stealth checks.
It should still tell us.
Yeah, it should still tell us. Because I can see an insight check, perception check.
Uh,
I can see the last time you did a stealth check.
it's a D20. How do I make it roll to everybody?
At the top where it says send to default, make sure it's everyone.
Wait, at the top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the game
So-
log.
Which one's Chris?
Log.
You know where it shows scroll up?
That's all the way.
What the fuck? You know where it shows the campaign at? It should be right there beside your long rest. Where's the campaign, Chris?
He's not. That's what it is. I don't think he's on the campaign. So like that's why it's only like rolling to himself.
Did you invite yourself to the campaign?
No, I just clicked on my character.
Oh, that's
Can I-
why. I think.
No, he's
There
in the
we
campaign
go,
'cause
there we
it says
go, there we
campaign
go,
up
there we
there.
go.
I know you hit the chat button, not that one. Yeah, now we can see your
Okay.
rolls.
Alright,
Should I re-roll,
what
or-
did you roll?
Nah.
15.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll just keep what you rolled, but it'll just help us.
You were walking around, stealthily.
Small and stealthily.
I'd like to check out the noise.
You go up the
crying.
stairs. Thankfully, the stairs aren't creaking or crackling.
Oh.
You get to
that
the
would've been
top of
another
the
roll.
stairs, and there's one locked bedroom to your right, and to the
Slide ahead.
left, above the entrance, is a slightly cracked bedroom where you can hear a mid-aged woman crying.
Definitely try that locked door first, Chris.
Yeah, if we're going locked door.
Alright, you're going to do a sleight of hand check.
Slide of
That's the near the bottom.
16.
Nice.
You got some good rolls today.
Yes, sir.
Well, he's using his proficiencies right now.
Yeah. they're
Well, I
not
was
good
gonna say
without-
11 plus 5. I mean, yeah, his roll was average, but that bonus was perfect.
So, as you unlock the door, you push it open ever so carefully, as you are still stealthing, correct?
Yes.
You see what seems to be a little girl's room. Pristine. Pink. Very pink. Has, a lot of stuffed animals, like, name it, it's there. A very comfortable bed that has been left unkept. And laundry that has just been left. I would say you'd be able to guess the age of the girl is probably between, let's see, we'll say 13 to 16. What are you doing?
I'm on Goodreads.
Waiting on you.
Uh,
There you go. Keep talking.
No, I'm watching Calhoun. I guess he has a better ambiance than I do.
He wants a visualization.
Yeah.
Chris, go check. Go peep in Tom on the door. See what the bitch is crying about.
okay. Can I peek in the door?
Yeah. So, as you peek in the door, let me just read my notes for just a second. You see a middle-aged woman. She's in very modest clothing, kind of tethered. She's in the middle of the floor, just weeping and crying. Her, I'd like to define her room for you just a little bit.
That sounds like a witch.
Her room is, very, very minimalistic. There's only a bed. You can tell that she only has 2 pairs of shoes, maybe, and, no other furniture in the bedroom. Okay?
Yeah.
Except for maybe a chest or trunk that she probably keeps her clothes in. She's in the middle of the floor, weeping and crying. In her hand, she is clutching a malformed doll.
This sounds like the backstory to the witch from Left 4 Dead.
I don't want to be the only one to go in here. I don't want to be rude and just walk in.
Don't go in then. Just wait. You need to come back and tell us what you found.
Oh, I can do that.
I'd like you to make another stealth roll.
Okay. Stealth. B. What is B? Oh, that's a nat 20. 27.
Jeez.
And so you do.
He walks up to her and gives her a kiss on the cheek.
She never knows.
So I'm explaining to the party what's going on in the house. Do I need to physically tell them?
No, you guys just got the open information I gave to Chris.
Okay.
Yeah, but like it's also we didn't go in there with you, so technically it wouldn't
Yeah.
make sense for us to do something without technically being
That
there.
is true. That is true.
Based off what Chris has said and that was open, is there any kind of would you say the doll has magic coming through it, or is possessed, or is perhaps? Oh, you know what? Would you say the doll is the little girl that was supposed to be in that room, but has been changed into a doll, and now the mom's crying?
Chris, would you say that?
Open discussion. Anybody's allowed to answer.
Magic powers, I would say no, but she's clearly upset about something.
Maybe the girl's been kidnapped.
Or
Let me
killed.
get back up on you guys' names real quick. Pause. Jordan, your name.
Me or pig?
Oh, yeah. Pig, your name.
Yexim.
Chris.
Jinx.
That's stolen.
Selhana is Jade. I'm so close to remembering yours, Rosie. What's yours, Rosie?
Abriella.
Abriella. I kept on saying Abriella.
Oh, I see what you did there with that character. Nice.
And then
Gabriella.
Calhoun
Gabriella.
is Thrung, because I'm staring at your stream right now.
Stoneborn.
Just a side note. Y'all know I didn't know that the Calhoun or the bots had a kid.
I mean, you didn't even know he was married and he saw his wife 40 times.
No, I knew he was married. I've only seen her once. Anyways.
Okay.
Back to it. Go ahead. Open discussion.
Okay, so I think the doll, she's crying because her daughter was turned into a doll.
I think she's been kidnapped by probably another party or murdered.
Ooh.
And
Do you
that
have
was
me
her favorite
marked
doll.
with them, or do you have me marked somewhere else?
Did you go to the
Oh
Blood of
yeah,
the Vine, or did
she's
you
in
stay?
the vine still.
I was separate from them.
Okay,
Yeah.
we're gonna do your piece next. After this.
Okay, I just
Okay.
want to make sure that you knew that I went somewhere else.
I'm
I'm
going
not
to...
gonna lie.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm not gonna lie. Like I as a person am interested in what's going on with this little girl, but I think I gotta play my character, and I'm not gonna lie. I don't think he gives a shit about this crying woman. So I think after hearing about what Jinx has discovered upstairs, I think I'm going to turn and go towards the vines as well.
Just gonna not say anything and walk away.
No, I mean like
No, he told us.
How about look? Pause. Quit saying what you think. Just play as your character. Say instead of saying I as a person,
Truth.
blah 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 blah. Just say he doesn't care about the child and leave.
If it helps you, you can speak like the boulder from Avatar. Thrung does not wish to stay here anymore.
I'll be like, yeah.
I think it's going to take a little while to get into character for me.
That's fine.
Okay,
Don't
so
come at me.
I think the doll is the little girl who was turned into a doll. I want to cast Detect Magic and see if there is magic anywhere near this house or going in the house in general.
Give me just a second.
My man Pig's like, I got one spell. I'm gonna fucking use that thing.
I know I ain't got the
Alright,
chance to use it
Spin
yet.
that spell slot.
You've
by the way.
you've had the chance to use it. It's just nothing's been magic yet. You've been touching letters and
What was
fucking
that?
Hey man,
checking on
that could have been anthrax on that letter, all right?
checking on crows, and it's just been like, bruh, ain't nothing of any anything. But like this is actually kind of makes sense. Like, you see a creepy ass room with a doll. Dolls can be,
Hey,
dolls can be
hey, Jordan.
enchanted and shit like that.
Hey, Jordan. Are you watching my
Roll.
stream right now?
You gotta. Well, he's gotta roll. He's gotta roll to do detect magic.
No, he
now.
doesn't.
Come on. What?
He can't see it.
Well, he's already decided he wanted to detect magic, but you have 10 minutes to go look at that fucking doll and figure out if it is magical or not.
That's fine. I can do that.
I will follow Ymir
Alright.
in stealth though, just in case.
I
need
give
to
Jinx
attack.
the rights to use detect magic.
That's not how it works.
Oh.
No!
I
You have
give him
to
the
go
legal
up the stairs,
documents.
Chief. You gotta go
That's
upstairs,
fine.
Chief.
Let's go up the stairs.
Alright, so,
Like,
is Jordan going to
Selhana's
stealth?
staying behind and gonna wait to see what
I
happens
am not
with
going
this.
to stomp my way up there if that's what you're asking.
Well, then that would require a stealth roll to see if you're going to actually
Okay,
make
that's
it
fine.
up.
Yeah, I can roll stealth.
Yeah, let me see that character sheet. Is your dice still ass?
A
Yes.
little bit.
Yeah, dude, that's
Oh.
computer based. Yeah, you gonna alert that woman for sure.
Oh
No.
well, let me go ahead and
what?
use my stealth check behind him.
No, you need to go in front of me so you can tell me if she's gonna come out or not.
Go ahead and use your stealth check behind you.
Not
No, I'm
eleven.
behind the noisy man, just in case.
Let's see, what'd you get, Chris?
I got 11.
Oh, man. What happened to
Yeah.
all that good rolling?
That's
Wait,
that's with a
he
plus
wasted-
7.
he wasted it going upstairs and coming back down and opening the door.
Should have just stayed upstairs.
Yeah, he should have just stayed upstairs and waited for somebody to come up there.
Oh, Jade could have used whisper on me.
Should have used it on fucking Pig's loud ass.
Yexim makes it up to the top of the stairs. And the last final stair creaks. It goes
Okay.
silent. You can see barely through the crack. The woman turns her head to the door. Gertruda, is that you?
Oof. You were her daughter. You done fucked up.
Bulletproof.
I hope I'm bulletproof because this is about to hurt.
You better hope your feelings are
Uh,
bulletproof.
I'll ask her something.
I say no. I am a weary traveler who heard you crying.
wait.
What?
Oh, before you do that,
Okay.
can I use a disguise kit
You're an
and
asshole.
become this woman's child?
Oh my
No.
god.
You're a bitch.
Oh my god.
That's so
I have a
sad.
disguise kit.
That's
Chris.
fucked up.
You're the bad guy.
That's
Hey,
fucked
Chris.
up, brother.
What does her child look like?
You don't know. You gotta know.
Ooh, I should
You
look
gotta
at pictures.
Read the disguise kit. It does say you gotta know your target.
Click
on it.
It's
It's up there to the right.
It's okay, Chris. I'll talk to the
Cross
crying
down.
widow.
disguise kit. I want to know that.
Just go check your inventory. It should be in your inventory. Probably in your backpack. Oh, you might have to add that item.
I mean, I figured if it was in the left, it would have been like.
No, I say you need to add it.
Well, we'll scratch that then. We're
Just
We're
take my
gonna-
word on it. The disguise kit definitely says you need to know what your target looks like. Okay.
okay. I'll add that, but I'll scratch that idea.
So we're continuing.
Yes.
All right.
Thought that
all
counts. I answer no. My name is Yexim, and I heard you weeping from outside on the street, so I came to check it out to see what was happening. Is everything okay?
Oh God.
Your mic's cutting out.
Oh God. Oh.
I'm gonna be honest with you. As a noble, I ain't got time for this. I don't like what I'm hearing.
Yexim attack.
Oh, fucking God.
My God. Just kill this woman to take all her shit. That's fucked up.
As speaking from a noble character and my personal self, if anybody was to cry like that in front of me, I'd hate you.
Oh wait,
Christopher.
wait.
You still don't know what she looks like.
Okay, so ma'am,
Well, she clearly didn't
sir,
know.
whatever you identify as, why are you weeping? Please tell me so I can help.
My daughter.
This starts pissing me off, dude. Because I know there's people like that in real life. It just makes you so fucking mad. What about your daughter?
Let me see real quick. No. She broke out of the house a week ago. She
Oh,
hasn't come
Roll for
back.
initiative. She's doing 90 kills, bitch. Do you know where she went or why she broke out?
Let's see if she does. Sorry, there's like a fuck ton of notes when it comes to characters and their motives. She mentions that she's always been a good girl, always stayed in the house, always loved her mother. But she always fought her mother. And now that she's turned to a teenager, she fears the worst. Especially
run off
knowing
for
that
love.
Strahd loves the blood of female teenagers.
Well, do you know if she's been hanging around a crowd? Do you know where she could have gone?
No. No, all I have left is this doll. The malformed doll has a strange leer and wears a sackcloth dress. It belongs... Nope, that's not information for y'all.
Well, ma'am,
no.
if you can... Oh, go ahead.
I passed this doll down to my daughter Gertruda when just like my mommy did before me.
No shot. This grown woman said mommy.
Well, she's in a very distraught manner. I guarantee you she said mommy. The only other thing that you guys can determine from the doll itself, it has a little tag on it that says, "Is no fun, is no Blinsky." And that's it.
Well, ma'am, if you miss your daughter that much, if you can describe her in vigorous detail, I might be able to get you a replacement for a price.
Good lord.
Nobody could ever replace my daughter Gertruda.
Gertrude.
Maybe
That
you
is
should
her
go back around
actual
and ask
name.
who Strahd is.
well, I'm going to leave.
Can we get... I ask if there's anything that we can do to help retrieve her daughter.
Gertruda.
If you give me just a second, I will just need this picture because she says that she has only one picture of her daughter.
What's
that
it look like?
She got, done not too long ago. If you would please find her, she'd be most grateful.
Ma'am, a picture
Conquest.
semi helps. I ask, do you have any idea where you think she might have went? When she left the house, did you see which way she went?
You just
I was
asked her for a
asleep.
description.
Of the
You
child,
did
not...
just ask
I need a
for a
description of
description.
where she went to, or at least an idea.
That's not what you said.
But you've also already asked her that, and she doesn't know.
Oh, I didn't hear that part, I'm sorry.
You
We
wait,
need
what?
to know her relationship to Strahd, whatever his name is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let me read up on that in a minute.
Hey,
Let
Jade, I
me-
think
copy
now that they've been talking
image.
for a while, I think you should go up the stairs.
Oh shit. Yeah, Selhana is slowly creeping up.
I think you need
Gertruda?
to get in there and
No, you know.
put in your 2 cents. Help
Yeah,
this
can you heal her wounds, her
help this
achy heart?
ragtag fucking stealthy
They
bitch and
need
this
a woman's presence.
this dumb fucker dude doesn't fucking know anything.
Well, my second computer is having an issue loading Discord.
You have 2 computers?
Yeah,
Can
it's
we
on
put
my
it on the
laptop.
record? Solana is going up the stairs now
Yes.
Sure.
and into the room.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Oh
I'll
my
do it
god.
from my phone.
Catching-
You should see my setup right now.
I'm catching Solana up on what's happened so far.
You can't do that if you're gonna
Okay.
be invisible and stealth. You're gonna
He's
lose your
not
stealth.
invisible. Just because you're stealthy does not mean you're invisible.
Well, never mind. Well, his stealth goes bye bye though. Now that he's talking.
I'm not worried about getting attacked.
I
now.
will use my whisper to ask. Can I do that?
That is the portrait of Gertruda right there.
Message.
D&D chat. She's so creepy.
Haha, guys, Snake just got in stage 2.
We should probably be in the actual D&D chat. Oh.
As long as no one else joins this, it'll be fine.
I am so lonely. My name is
I have
Snake.
to go to the bathroom.
Alright,
by the
so
way.
let me read up on Gertruda for a second and see if there's any more information I can give y'all.
Just saying. I need to
Yes,
get
so, Strahd has always shown an interest, in Gertruda, for a while. You find out Gertruda's actual age to be 16. He has been interested in her since 13, always trying to steal her away with words of how big the world is and how freeing it is to be outside of mother's protection. So I locked her up even tighter in the house. You can now look back at the door that you realize has a harder lock than you'd imagined. Why, without your nat 20, you might not have been able to get in that lock.
Jeez, the boy Chris got lucky as fuck. Chris, you should just point to the door and you'd be like, "Oh, you mean that one
Can
that I already
we
went into?"
can we go look through the room to see if we can find clues on like a diary or something?
At least it's open.
The mother hands you the diary.
Okay.
She said there's not a lick of any information in there to tell you where she could have gone.
Yeah, I'm gonna dip out of the house.
Okay, goodbye.
I take the picture and just tell her we'll keep an eye out for
Did
her.
he
and
ever
I-
put the picture up?
Yeah, it's in,
It's a D&D chat.
yeah.
Oh.
But it's a painting, right? Like she won't let you just take
It's
that.
magic allows you to copy shit. Right?
Okay, then yeah. Yeah.
Paste.
So this has been a copy of an actual portrait. Which, if
Gotcha.
you look back in, I mean, if you would have gone into the kitchen, you would have seen the portrait.
Fair.
So, anyways, she also tells her name is Mary.
Mary and Gertruda.
Yep, Mary and Gertruda.
I tell her what a wonderful name. My aunt's name is also Mary.
That's quite lovely, dude.
Uncle Mary.
Thank
Yeah, my
you
Uncle
for
Mary.
listening to an old crone like me. Love
So
how
I
none of
repeat.
y'all give a shit. 3 of
I'm-
y'all just fucking laughed.
But she doesn't know where a kid is.
First off, I took the painting and told her that we will keep a lookout because it is.
What
Already
was in the
hard enough.
diary?
It was. She said that there wasn't much we could get out of it.
Okay, but did we look into it ourselves? At all?
No, that's fair. Well, I
Do
look
you
into
want
the.
to? Okay.
Sure.
Um, you see around mid 13, she starts talking about her new friend Strahd von Zarovich.
Friend.
How he promises her that one day he will take her to see the sights of Barovia. Um,
Mhm.
you constantly see imagery over and over again, uh, about the mother being very crude to her, not allowing her to do anything, not trusting her to be a woman as she feels that she is now. Um, Especially the further you get to the end of the diary. The only Nah, that's it. That's it. Yep.
Pig, since you've heard her say Strahd and you've read the name Strahd, can you please, for the love of God, just ask her where you can find the Strahd?
Can you use
Uh,
insight on that too?
I
Just saying.
ask the weeping mother where I could find the Strahd.
Use insight
I use insight.
To do what?
to see if she's honest and doesn't know anything.
I believe a certain half, or what the fuck are you again?
I
Gnome
don't-
I was
fucking
about to-
left. So, anyways, you can use insight to Pig. Say what you're using insight for.
I'm going to use insight to see if she even knows anything about anyone named Strahd.
Yes. Roll.
Don't look at my dice.
It's
I'm
so
ashamed.
weird. It's so weird that it's
I don't know why it's like that. I really don't.
Have you
Download.
tried? Yeah, I know what you're about to say.
If I download what?
Hold on.
14. I have it download.
So she's going to say it, and then I'm going to tell you if you think she's truthful or not. So,
But-
that's how that works, because obviously you can't.
I didn't
insight
roll.
something she
I didn't roll
hasn't
high
said yet.
enough. Go ahead.
I'm not going to tell you. It's called a DC, by the way. Just like you're supposed to have a DC. It's DC just stands for difficulty check.
Oh.
I'm not going to tell you the difficulty check or pass or fail every single time. So anyways, she tells you that everybody knows who Strahd von Zarovich is. He's the master of Barovia. You probably saw a castle on your way up here, overlooking the city of Barovia. Or the town. It's a town, not a city.
So he's like some kind of nobleman or knight.
He's despicable. He's foul. Everybody knows it. He's a monster.
Is he royalty who just abuses power?
Some say he once was royalty.
Oh, middle child. Okay.
But how can you be royalty when you've been the master of Barovia for many a moon?
Oh, it's that one. Too right, babe.
I know.
Oh, okay.
So he is the master of. Well, I guess this kingdom. If everybody knows him, okay, so that means he's just the king.
Sounds like we can find him in the castle, possibly.
As possible, we could head that way.
Selhana is gonna head down the stairs now and take the information she
I
got.
tell her that we'll head out and look for Strahd, and if we come across her daughter, we'll bring her back.
Okay. You'll live.
And I thank her for all of her information.
Get you up to Thrung.
Yeah, Thrung at this point is, I guess.
2 beers deep.
No, I'm sure. I mean, I wish, but no. We should probably pick up with Abriella first, since she would have gotten there to the vines first, and then I can come in.
Who was the first to leave the house? We will
Me.
come back to you. This will be
Okay.
going on corresponding with what just happened upstairs.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh,
I left the house first,
let's
well before
go-
learning this information.
Well, technically, I left first. I walked in and walked out.
No, you
no,
walked
no,
You went
upstairs and walked down.
upstairs.
You didn't
You
leave
came
the scene.
downstairs, and then that's when I left. Because
Yes.
you told the group what you saw upstairs, and I was like, nah, I'm gonna go get a drink. That ain't for me.
I just meet everybody outside and catch them up on everything.
Selhana's right behind. In front, actually, because she left earlier.
Okay, give me just a second here. No, that's not the button I meant. Why are you doing this?
Your Discord still is on Detect Magic.
Yeah, it's going to be. I forgot I wasn't sharing my screen. I was looking at your shit. I gotta put my computer down to use both hands. Control. P. Nope. Yep, that's correct. P, and there we go. And then we use the magnifying glass so I can actually read this shit. Alright, Alexia, we're going to go back to you now as you walk towards, as your friends, well, group. I don't even think that you could call them companions yet. Have walked down to a disturbing crying noise. You walk to the tavern. Let me read some real quick.
So at this point in time, have we joined her yet?
Have you joined? No.
No, this is happening while y'all did everything that y'all just did.
Okay.
Like, in the middle of it.
Can y'all see my stream?
I don't know. You watching South Park?
Yeah.
I'm using a new browser, so I want to make sure y'all can see it.
Can see it.
As you walk towards it, you realize, it's a 60-foot square building.
That's better.
If you look at the sign, now that you're closer, you can read that it originally read Blood of the Vine. An N has been scratched over with the F. The once finely appointed tavern has grown shoddy over the years. A blazing fire. When you walk in, it is a different atmosphere, and that's what I was about to say here. It's a lot warmer. You realize that this town does actually have some people in it. A blazing fire in the hearth gives scant warmth to the few huddled souls within. This includes the barkeep, 3 gypsy-type looking people sitting together, and a man who is kind of just huddled to the side.
One man?
Yeah.
What kind of man is he? Can you describe him?
Unlike the rest of the people in the room, he wears finer clothing. He is just sipping his wine at a corner table.
Would you say it's quiet in this tavern?
Does it sound quiet?
No, it's not quiet. It's kind of,
It's
Would
the
you-
opposite of the sound. Why
Would you-
are you
so
in
what-
this scene? I'm talking to Alexia. They all had y'all fucking time in the sun. Alexia's time in the sun.
Well, I'm just trying to get the ambient sound.
Huh?
he has it playing.
I have it playing.
Somebody has it playing. Okay, that doesn't matter. Okay, is that all the people that's in here?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm still very confused why this book says Blood on the Vine Tavern and then says that has been scratched over with the F.
What are the
What?
fine?
Anyways,
What are the
continue.
fine tavern? The V has been scratched over with an F.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No. Well, the N. It says the N has been scratched over, so it'd be like Viffy Tavern. Viffy? Anyways, it's there's.
Maybe it's a gang.
Oh, Blood on the Vine was the original name. Now it's Blood of the Vine.
Okay.
Okay, sorry. Anyways, that was gonna kill me trying to figure that out. Anyway, go ahead. There are 3 people, kind of scrabbled together. You see that 1 is a man, 2 are women. Dressed like gypsies. There's a tavern barkeep, and he's kind of just polishing, looking over at you, expecting you to walk towards him. The other guy, currently is just sipping his wine in the corner.
Okay, I'll walk up to the barkeep.
What will it be?
Your finest wine.
One of them, eh? Alright. He gives you the newly polished wine glass he's been polishing for a good 5 minutes as you stared at him. With a pops some wine, pours you a glass, says that'll be 1 silver.
Okay. I forgot how to give him the silver. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna give him the silver while trying to figure out how to give him the silver. I'm gonna ask this barkeep.
Real quick.
Sorry.
Oh no, you did it right. I was gonna say you have to remove the gold, but I think you did it right there. Yep.
No,
Go
I
ahead.
had some silver pieces already.
Yep.
I'm gonna ask this barkeep, what he knows, or how long has he been in this town for?
I was born in this tavern. My father before him, his father before him. I've never really gotten that question before. Are you new in town?
Maybe.
Well, mind your nose. Stay off the streets at night.
Why so?
Have you... Oh, right, you're new. Barovia is not the safest at night. It's best to go during the day.
Are there monsters creeping around? Like, is there trouble at night specifically?
Sometimes it's monsters. Sometimes it's other things. Best to be going during the day.
Okay. Well, what can you tell me anything about the gentleman that's just standing in the corner by himself?
Aw, him? That's Ismark the Lesser. Poor sod. He is the son of the Burgermeister.
Of the Burgermeister?
The Burgermeister. You don't know what a Burgermeister is?
No, please inform me.
Well, you see, when a town is as big as ours, they need somebody who's in charge to help run the town. And that's a Burgermeister.
So like a...
I want to pat myself on the back real quick. I'm sorry to take you out of your fucking deep dive there, but I guessed how much the wine would be, and now I'm reading further into this scene, and it literally says wine costs 1 silver piece. So, I'm gonna pat my ass on the back here. Alright, go ahead.
I'm sorry, what did you say his name was? I couldn't... The son. What is his name?
Ismark the Lesser.
Okay. Sorry, I'm writing stuff down. How long has his father been the Burgermeister?
That was a good question. Well, quite a long time. That was until yesterday.
What happened yesterday?
You didn't hear.
I'm new in town, so I mean, maybe you just tell me.
I believe in some towns it's appropriate to be recompensed.
What does that word mean? I'm
He
sorry.
wants to be paid.
Okay.
I forgot you don't even know what Burgermeister means. My bad. I
Wow.
would like some money to be able to tell you information.
Okay, I'll give you 1 silver piece to tell me what happened yesterday.
Fair enough, fair enough. The Burgermaster was murdered.
Oh, do they know who did it?
Who does any of the murdering around here? Strahd.
Okay.
Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to go back to working. He turns his back to you, hands you the bottle.
Like the whole bottle.
Yeah, the rest of the bottle. You can tell that it was a fourth of the way drank already. So he hands you the other, I don't know how many glasses are made in one wine bottle.
You got 3/4 of a wine bottle.
Yep, there's your 3/4 right there.
Alright then.
Still a lot of wine.
Goes back to polishing other glasses. I like polishing.
She's just gonna turn and walk away and walk towards this, what's his name again? Ismark the Lesser.
Okay. The man looks at you, quite puzzled. You want to say anything?
Hello there. Nice wine.
Yes, quite. May I help you? I'd like to mourn alone.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to disturb you. I was just, wondering if maybe you'd like somebody to drink with, but I'm sorry to disturb you.
Would you like a picture of Ismark?
Sure, why not?
Okay.
I have a question for the DM.
Sure.
I also do.
Where are we in all this?
Oh, the
We're
Lesser.
technically
You're
still in the
at
house, I think.
the house. This is a simultaneous encounter.
Okay. I was just wondering if we're all watching this from a distance.
No.
No.
Now, my question is,
overqualified.
Or
Yeah,
the
we want to
Lesser.
drink with him.
mine is the
Evan.
expertise.
Ismark. Here, hold on. Ismark.
Selhana wants to join now and go drink with him too.
That sucks.
Cancel.
But it says your proficiency bonus is doubled for any ability check you make if you're an expertise in it. Is that added on to what I already have, or do I have to manually
You're
add
not
that?
an expert in anything, you're only proficient. Expertise is the next advancement past proficient.
Well, it says your proficiency bonus is doubled for any ability check.
That
It
you
says I have it.
expertise in. Are you? So it says it's
Yeah,
your
I have
expertise in something?
stealth and perception expertise.
Does it tell you where you got it from?
It came from my... It does somewhere, hold up.
Where does
You had
it
to
say it?
pick 2 when you made your character. Everybody should have 2 expertise.
No,
Check your
you should
features
have
and
two
traits.
No.
proficiencies.
Yeah. There's, but it does show.
Yeah,
in
that's in
perception,
my...
in perception and stealth. It does show that he is.
Okay, can
he
you
has
go
expertise.
down?
in
Oh
both
wait,
of
I'm
those.
looking at the wrong fucking person.
Yeah.
Look
at Chris, you see
it
how-
has that circle
there.
around it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, with his his perception and stealth, he is experienced in both of them.
Yeah, I think that's just something you get for being a rogue, to be honest. Yeah, rogue
Yeah, I was gonna say-
expertise. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So actually,
it's
yeah, this is a class
doubled.
feature. Yeah, so it already is.
Okay, that was my question.
So like,
That was a lot.
perception is based off of wisdom. You can see that by seeing the modifier to the left of perception where it's based off of.
Yeah.
Your wisdom is a 1. So 1 times 2 is 2.
I just needed
plus
to know that it
2.
was already added into it and I didn't have to do it.
I think. Yeah, so it is, but I don't. I'm confused a little bit about that. Oh, yeah. So 1 plus 2 plus 2 is 5. That's how I got there. Okay, continue.
Okay.
So there's a picture of Ismark for you I bought. And,
Okay.
he says, I apologize. I shouldn't have gotten off on the wrong foot. Here, would you care to have some real wine?
Oh, well, sure.
He tumps yours out onto just the floor. Says fuck the tavern master. And pours wine. He first pours some into his, then pours some into yours. Recommends a toast.
She accepts it.
He says, "Here's to hoping we die someday, not today." And he throws it back. Yes, my man is doing throwbacks of wine.
Okay. So I'm gonna ask him about let's see. Sorry, I'm trying to read something. Okay. What so why are you mourning if you don't mind me asking?
My father, God rest his soul, passed last night. He was trying to protect my daughter, my sister,
Like, oh, I'm out.
my sister Irina from that devil Strahd.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm really sorry to hear that.
Do you mind if I unload on you just a bit and burden you with my story?
I don't mind at all.
He explains, that Irina is his sister. Irina, fuck, hold on. His actual name is somewhere on here. Give me just a second. Kolyana. Because obviously the lesser is not his last name. So his name is Ismark Kolyana, and his sister's name is Irina Kolyana. Let me read just a second. He goes on to explain that his adopted sister Irina Kolyana has been visited by the vampire 2 nights already. He explains that this is the typical for Strahd when he finds a new plaything. The target will be visited 3 times, and on the 3rd time taken away and turned into a vampire themselves. He says that the last night he tried to come for a 3rd time, but his father fought Strahd off, barely. As it was the cost of his own life. They hid Irina away somewhere in the village last night, but he fears the worst for the night to come. Realizing that it is still daytime outside.
Sure.
I've been trained with a sword all my life, but even I couldn't stave off such a demon.
Um, and what about your mother? Is she okay?
Mother died long ago. Did I mention Irina, my adopted sister?
Yes,
She
you should.
she looked a lot like my mom.
Okay. Well, it sounds like your father was a nobleman, unlike my father. Um, sh- I'm gonna go ahead and can I do can I do an insight roll to make sure that he's I know he's probably being honest, but I just kind of want to get a sense of how he's feeling
Sure,
and
yeah.
uh,
I would tell you the honesty, but insight can also work on actual true emotions, or discerning emotions. If somebody's
yeah.
very like emotionless, so go ahead,
Mm-hmm. Okay,
roll me that
let's see.
insight.
15.
So, even though he's putting on this bravado, you can tell that he's really hurting inside and very scared of what is to come. Um, he is telling you the truth.
Well, do you have anybody that's guarding your adopted sister? I know you said you hid her away, but is she going to be protected through the night?
Honestly, I'm really hoping that somebody could just take her away. The only reason why Strahd is even targeting my sister is because we're just a hop, skip, and a jump from his god-awful castle.
And how old is your sister?
My sister is... That's a great question. Realistically, Irina's character information is not on this page. So give me 2 seconds to look up how old is Irina. Um,
He's still casually sipping the wine, kind of feeling it a little bit.
Elves are supposed to be really efficient at drinking alcohol.
Well, this wine is very fancy wine, apparently.
he says about 18.
Oh, okay.
Let's see if she even has
Um,
a character sheet. Go ahead.
and has this Strauss person has he gone over after other? Is it girls or just women in general?
Be very clear in his name when you're cursing it. It's Strahd.
Strauss, excuse me. Sorry.
What was your actual question? I focused too hard on that one for a second.
Oh, I did say Strauss. Oh, is it like, does he specifically prey on like teenage girls, or is it like all women in general?
Everything in Barovia is his plaything, not just women. If anybody is to garnish his ire, if anybody is to garnish his attention, it could be detrimental to the future of their life.
And well, this man sounds like a real cutbag.
He is.
Um, um,
If you think of anybody who could take my sister to Valaki on the other side of the valley, I would greatly appreciate it. It is a more fortified city than ours. As you can tell, our city is, well, defenseless.
Mm-hmm. Tell me a little bit more about your sister. What is she like?
She's very brave for a girl her age. Always been tomboyish. Loves to play with the sword. Honestly, if I didn't love her so much, I'd think she was a fool.
That's fair. And what exactly does she have other family in Valaki, or are you just trying to just get her away in general?
I just want to get her to Valaki in general. Valaki is well defended, has a huge disdain for Strahd, and there are no spies in Valaki. And you can kind of see that he makes just the slightest nod to the gypsy people behind, who are just out of earshot.
You maybe tell me more. Do you know these other people who are here?
The Vistani. They've been Strahd's beloved for a long time. They're the only ones that can go freely from this valley. Yet, they do his bidding and are just as evil sometimes. Curses they cast. Magic they have. Some can even tell the future for the right gold.
Are they vampires as well, or are they...
No, Strahd would never touch a Vistani.
Okay. Well, I am currently traveling with a group of people, and I would like to take your sister, but I would have to consort with them and make sure that would be okay with them first.
He looks at you confounded. He has his eyes wide open. He leaves 20 gold on the table and says, "Listen, this is a finder's fee. If you know of a party in general, just send them my way. I will give you 20 more gold to give them to me, and I will pay them handsomely for taking her to Valaki."
Fucking rich get richer.
He says, "Of course, that's only 3 days from now that we will take her to Valaki." And he winks at you. "Meet me as soon as you can. Down the road to the left." And if anybody's looking at my stream, he kind of points out this house down here is the Burgermeister Mansion where I'm located.
All right. She's gonna slowly take the gold off the table and stand up. Well, thank you very much for the wine, and I very much sympathize with your situation. I will definitely see if I can help your sister in any way that I can.
Fantastic. Do you do anything else in the scene before we go back to the guys?
I was trying to think of anything else I could do, but Um, I don't. Um, can I use investigation to check and see like kind of what kind of magic or like any like what if I can know anything about these other people that like the gypsy looking, what are they called, the Vistani?
The Vistani?
Yeah, like can I kind of see if I can, or like a perception check to kind of see like.
Yeah, sure. Let me see if I can find something I'm looking for here. Oh, God. I got the hiccups all of a sudden.
This will be the last thing I do. I'm sorry, I'm taking up a lot of time.
It's fine.
Why are you doing that? I'm gonna add 20 gold to my. Let's go. I have 69 gold now.
Have you rolled yet?
No, do I need it? Is it the perception or the
Yeah. Insight.
insight?
I'm trying to see what type of people they are, not what they're wearing. That's would be plainly given to you.
Okay. Six.
Not much.
The only thing that you could discern is that they're foreign, to the lands of Barovia. They do wear more brighter clothes, than the average town folk. And, yeah, that's pretty much it that you get for a 6. Alright,
Nice. Fun. Alright.
Fuck.
let me set the tone, guys.
So am I gonna go back? Can I go back out and join them? The group?
In a second, I will introduce you into the scene.
Okay.
You took too long for me to just instantly put you there.
Oh, sorry.
So the first person to walk out is Bot. But what you see before you is... Where is it?
Why is your stream just black, Jordan?
Because I was clicked on the Frankie stream. There, you can see mine now.
Before you see it, you hear it. The sound of small wooden wheels rolling across damp cobbles. You trace the lonely sound to a hunched figure, bundled in rags, pushing a rickety wooden cart through the fog in the streets. Dream pastries! Come get your dream pastries! I got a pastry, I got a pastry.
Hey,
Gold? Good
A
lord.
gold a pastry. Yeah, I'm gonna ignore that and keep on heading towards the blood of the vine. With 5 gold in my pocket, I am uninterested.
Okay. The next person to walk out would be all 3 of y'all together, or just 2 of y'all?
I walked out before them.
I think we're all out of the house at this point.
Okay. So, Chris. Again, there is a hunched lady with tattered clothing and a cart full of pastries. Dream pastries, come get your dream pastries. 1 gold a pastry, soothes the heart, soothes the soul. And she actually has a customer currently in front of her who hands her a gold and gets a pastry. Eats the pastry and starts walking home.
I keep my eyes forward and walk past.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, this woman's pastries are too much. Most of us are fucking broke.
2 more.
Well,
Walk out. Jordan and
Yeah.
and fucking
Selhana.
Jade. Thank you, Selhana. Y'all walk out. She now
I'm
has
not getting no pastries.
2 clients.
Take by the pastry.
what makes these pastries so special?
Pastry, here's your pastry. Dream pastry.
Dream.
Somebody should definitely approach this woman and ask her why she's charging so much for her pastries.
Pig's the second most richest out of everybody.
Pig likes
so-
to talk. Yeah, go ahead.
Wow. I asked the lady, what is so special about these pastries? Do they hold any kind of magic properties? Will they heal me in battle?
Hey, let me guess. You want to detect magic?
Pig, no, Pig, hit your inventory. I want to see how much gold you have. Oh yeah, you
25.
got a pastry, my guy.
Fuck you.
It's-
Got a pastry, my guy.
I'm not buying a pastry just to buy a fucking pastry.
Well,
What if it's a mimic and it eats me?
Pig, I'll give you 1 gold if you buy
my
a
God.
pastry.
Go back.
No.
Turn around and
Wait.
go get it for yourself.
He's asked his question.
I asked my question. Frankie, answer my question.
Yeah, I'm working on it. Give me a second.
It's been 2
I want-
seconds.
I don't want to be poisoned.
Nah, you'll just be able to stealth your way out of the poison.
Nah,
Ah,
Pig's
oh
gonna
wait,
detect.
if we're afraid of
Pig's gonna
poison, I
get-
should have ate that shit.
Pig will
Jade-
detect.
Stomach
Um,
is
Jay's
skill.
gonna make fun of that detect magic. It's gonna save her life one day.
I know, it's cool.
She explains the pastries are, what was the question you asked? I'm sorry. I'm
I
trying
asked,
to read all this
I
information.
ask
Yep,
what the
you're on the right
pastries
track.
are. Do they hold any kind of magical properties? Like will it heal me in battle? Will it give me strength?
Nah, just
Why
Bad
should
is-
I give you this much
basi-
gold for
yeah.
this?
Basically, why are you charging $1, 1 gold for a pastry?
These are soothing pastries. I just used
They're marijuana.
somebody else's. These are soothing pastries, Jerry.
What does that mean?
Sometimes- Well, you see the weary and dry, cold land we live in. Sometimes people need an escape away from Barovia.
These are
pastries
drugs.
help.
Ah,
Would you say that these are some type of hallucinogenics? If I eat these, will I see things that aren't really there?
Dearie, you will be happy. That's all that matters.
damn, this lady's a fucking hippie.
I think that you need to buy it, and we all just need to be your trip sitters.
How much is it?
1 gold.
1 gold, 1 gold.
For a
But
dream pastry.
listen, dear.
Mm-hmm.
I recognize that you're not from around here. 5 silver for your first pastry? Does that seem fair?
That's half a gold.
Is it 10 silver for 1
Yeah, that's
gold?
me.
Yes, 10 silver equals 1 gold, 10 copper equals 1 silver.
Very well. I will buy 1 pastry for 5 silver.
Stingy bitch.
She hands you the pastry. She takes your 5 silver and says, "Thank you, Jerry. I know you'll be back in the future.
And how do
Just
I
when you need an
adjust
escape
my
now.
coins?
Just when
Take
you
away-
need an
just-
escape."
Hit
That-
5 silver and then hit remove.
SP. Type 5.
And then hit remove.
Oh,
No.
shit.
That's not how that works. He needs to remove 1 whole gold and add 5 silver.
Oh yeah, he hasn't done
this,
that yet.
this dumb shit. I don't know why it doesn't do it.
It should. Oh, okay. I figured it would just like
So,
auto adjust it. for me.
Remove.
I gotcha.
Add.
Add 5.
Wait.
Alright, there you go.
Pastry to your
So you now have in your inventory a dream pastry.
How do I add that?
Scroll down and hit add items to your backpack. And then type dream pastry.
I would like to turn around and also buy one.
Did I spell that right?
Oh my
I've
god.
changed my
Addict.
mind.
1 gold piece, Jerry. 1 gold piece.
You
How you spell
fucked her.
pastry?
It should just
Wait.
come up.
But
as-
ma'am,
P-A-S-T-R-Y.
Wait.
you have sold him one for 5 silver.
Oh, dearie, I didn't recognize that you're not from the town. I'll do it. 5 silver pieces, please.
You might just have to add a custom one, because I guess they don't have it.
Okay, so
Yeah.
now
Chris, this might just be big enough to split with you.
No,
I
it
don't
is
want
an
it for
individual
that.
size. Has anybody ever gone to Walmart or the Pig and seen those like solo sized pies? It looks exactly
Yes.
like that. It's like a pie inside of a tin, solo sized.
Yeah.
Or
know
you know,
what you're
even if
talking
you've been
about.
to Nothing Bundt Cake.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah, Thanksgiving. Yeah, that's what I did too.
Look at my inventory.
Dream pastry. Possibly poison. Nah. Not from
how
the
did you
not
add
from the
that? I
old-
couldn't find it.
You have to
You
do
have
it
to
custom.
do it. Yeah.
It's yeah,
Add
it's
custom.
underneath. Yeah, add custom. Yeah.
She does mention that these were freshly baked today. You need to
Still
eat them
warm.
within 10 days or they will go bad.
You could feel the warmth in your hand as you.
How long
Yes.
is it until 1 day?
It's lukewarm. How long is it until 1 day?
Yeah, like, how long?
She
How long is
baked
the day?
it this morning to sell throughout the day.
No, I mean like
How long are the
as
days?
we're playing along. How long does it take for 1 full day to rotate? Like
When
30
Fra-
minutes?
When Frankie.
When I
said,
say the day is rotated.
You remember
Oh,
how
okay.
we remember how we did a
Long
rest?
rest.
Remember
Yeah,
how we did
yeah,
a
you're
rest
right,
and
my
then we
fault.
woke up for the next day? Yeah.
Well, relatively, if y'all take a long rest during the day, I'm not going to say, oh, well, we went to... What games is like that?
It's not
Harvest
Fallout
Moon.
or
It's not Harvest Moon where you can go back to sleep 2 hours after waking up. And then it's the next day after the next day. Okay. She also does mention it's best to take before going to bed, as it gives the user good dreams.
helps during that REM
Dream
cycle.
pastry.
pig that poison sets in faster when you're laying down.
Damn straight, and even throughout the body quicker.
Oh man, I can't tell you who would be best to. Never mind.
It would probably be the person who weighs the lightest would probably want to eat this, so it hits them harder.
No. If you're afraid of poison, you need to let me eat it because I have an advantage against poison.
There's. If y'all weren't brand fucking new players on your literal session 2, I would not say this. There are ways to figure out if it is poisonous.
Chris takes a bite.
I don't have that.
No.
Besides eating it.
I believe a certain somebody in this party took medicine.
Oh shit, that's me. I've been here the whole time.
Welcome.
Have you?
Now, I would say, if the pastries are to believe to be drugs, which is what I'm gleaming from the party,
Nah,
y'all
that's what
might want
pigs
to
worry
buy
about.
another one if you do want to go on a trip.
We have 2 though. Christopher bought 1 and Pig bought
Right.
1.
But
Oh,
you gotta
I was gonna
test one for
force feed mine
poison.
to someone.
Would you?
Oh, well,
would
that
you?
works
Force
D-
feed it.
Would the
You're
DM?
gonna-
Would
you're
you
gonna hurt
say
your
that the
medic?
pastry is, for a reference? Would you say it is about the size of a Twinkie?
I just said it was just the size
We
of-
just described
Oh.
it.
Yeah, he just said it was about the size of a single individual pie at
Oh my
Walmart.
gosh, he's more
Oh,
forgetful
that's
than
right.
I
A small,
am.
a small little.
That's right. You're right.
More forgetful than me.
Yeah. I'm really wanting to
How
get
do
out
I
of
use
town.
my medicine on it? I don't want to be forced
Yeah, I
fed.
would
You
get out of
shouldn't.
town.
You shouldn't kill your medic.
We wait to eat Tell you, when we wait to do anything with this pastry, we just need to leave town and try to progress further.
No, I mean, y'all
Go
can
ahead.
do what y'all want, but I'm headed to the fucking tavern.
All right.
We can all go to the tavern.
A remarkable guy walks past the party as they're heading to the tavern. Let's go back to the tavern scene.
Remarkable guy. Oh, hold on. Can't
Is
just
that me?
breeze past that. What's
We wanted to go
if
to the
he's-
tavern.
Yeah, but if he's
We walked
remarkable,
past.
if he's remarkable, I would have noticed him. Otherwise, he wouldn't have been as remarkable.
I agree.
I am talking about Ismark.
Okay.
Oh my
Ismark
Okay.
would not
He is
stop
remarkable.
for anybody.
And not that I'm stopping it. I just
He's
wanted
remarkable. I
to.
like that.
I just wanted to.
He might stop for Abriella.
I just wanted to remember.
Yeah, he's not
since
going to
man-
stop for somebody on the street.
Yeah.
And that's he doesn't like turn his nose up to you or anything. You can tell that he's just very defensive outside.
He's
Gotcha.
walking past a group of strangers. What? How's that defensive?
On the other side of the street,
Yeah.
he literally
He's just-
crossed over
he's just
when he saw
walking.
you guys to walk on the other side of the street.
Nah, my man saw.
Oh,
My man saw some ethnicities.
he didn't say that.
My man saw some ethnicities
He's
on one
racist.
side and then went to the other side because he's a racist.
He doesn't like our gnomes.
So, do y'all walk back
Yeah.
into the tavern?
Yeah.
Alright. Again, you guys are welcomed by a very different view than the outer town. During this time, the Vistani have decided to start dancing, and one of them brings out a drum, the other one brings out a flute, and they just start kind of enjoying themselves. You can tell that they've really gotten into the liquor. Yeah.
Now this is more
Would
like
like-
it.
I would like to offer my pastry in good spirits to one of the gypsies.
If they're Jinx, if they are,
They're probably already on
regulars,
something, my guy.
they probably already know about the old lady and the pastries.
My guy, at this point,
You're
they probably
right.
already on.
No, they don't wear the same clothes. They're from a different place.
Wait.
Yeah, they brought their own substances.
Yeah. Oh, you right. My fault.
But this is good spirits.
The
I'll offer
third guy
them a
pulls out a
pastry.
hookah and starts taking a tote every now and again. He says, "Oh man, these dream pastries. I love me a dream pastry. Do you mind if I save it for later?"
Wait,
Damn. He's
not
taking
the barkeep, the gypsy.
Yes.
Yeah, that's who he is.
Oh
Gypsies
wait,
can
they
be-
mainly gypsy. I pictured a
One
woman,
of them
my
is a
bad.
man, the other two are women. Were you giving it to a woman?
Well, now that I know they all know, I guess I'll just give it to the man.
Like you, man. I love me a dream pastry. Here, I will only
Forsake
take half of one. You take the other half, okay?
Damn,
What a nice guy.
I put it in my pocket.
that's fucked up. Can't
Make
share it
sure
with the
you take it
friends,
before
we can
you
share
go
it
to
with him.
sleep. As she says, it gives you sweet dreams.
All right, change that, Chris. You got to change that to half a dream pastry.
Yeah.
We microdosing.
Watch you wake up full sex change after you take that.
Full sex.
Yeah, I'm not taking it. Don't worry.
Am I back in the scene now?
Yeah, you're there.
Yeah,
You're in the.
I'd like
So you're
to-
still in the corner. Well, wherever you were doing. Go ahead.
I come up to the group and just kind of like say hello. And then I'm gonna go up to this man, gypsy man, and kind of start trying to get some information out of him, like since he's in his state, knowing what I know about their people. I'm going to.
What? He's in a frivolous state.
No, he's like drunk, happy, talkative.
She's saying that she feels more comfortable to talk to him because he's acting a little bit more lively now.
I feel like I could get more information out of him. Just, because he's happy. And did he just eat this dream pastry?
No, he took half
No.
of it. He's gonna save it for later.
Yeah, he takes a napkin out of his pocket, wraps it in there, and puts it back in his pocket.
She's gonna, or I'm gonna, let's see.
Ah, damn it.
I just died.
Sometimes my vape's harsh.
While she's thinking about what she wants to talk to this gypsy about, I'm over at the
Yeah,
bar.
I should have. Sorry, I should have. Go ahead.
I'm over at the bar about to approaching the barkeep.
Okay. Hello there. What can I do for you?
2 fine ales.
That'd be 4 gold pieces, my friend.
That's all of it. You got one left.
Alright, GG.
Our ale is supposed to be like top shelf.
My bad.
Ales? No.
These are. He just asked for
Fair
fine
enough.
ale.
Oh,
You
but
want some
fine.
bottom shelf? I'll cut you a deal.
Nah. Give me the good stuff. I don't care.
Alright. 4 gold ale, or excuse me, 2 gold. Fuck. 4 gold, 2 fine ales. There you go. You see him pour this stout from one of the barrels. You see the foam as he masterfully has crafted his bullshit. He's pouring it in his mainly foam. He hands it to you.
Oh, well, if he hands me a cup full of foam, I'm gonna ask him, what the hell is this?
Foamy Suds. That's the name of the brew this season. You never heard of Foamy Suds?
No, do you have anything normal?
No, normal. You asked for our finest and you want normal.
Yes.
He
I want
downs
some.
the Foamy Suds himself. Goes back to polishing the cup, the tankard. After polishing it for a good 2 to 5 minutes, he pours you a glass out of it. And this time it is actually pristinely poured.
Perfect.
He says, that will be 1 gold piece.
So, okay, so 2 of them.
So now, to go into collectively right now, you have spent 3 gold pieces instead of 4.
Cause he drank one, so I have to pay for that.
No. You ordered one. He drank it because you insulted him, and so he gave you a lesser one for 1 gold piece.
So I've only got 1 ale, and I've spent 3 gold pieces.
Yep. Welcome to Barovia.
I'm gonna stop talking to people.
Before you,
I didn't insult him. I just asked him what the ale was.
y'all walked in together, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
One of the female Vistani stops you before giving the gold to the barkeep. Eric, don't make him do that. He doesn't need to pay for this one. That was rude of you. If you don't want to lose your job, you might have some manners from time to time.
Thank God. it's been a dick hole
Right, boss
trying
lady.
to-
Right, boss lady. Thank you, Linka.
Here's your chance. The lady. Get to know her.
The lady.
The lady.
Aye, lass. Thank you for that.
Oh, no problem at all. I don't get very many customers during the morning time. How are you today?
A bit confused about where I am, but looking to get my belly full of ale.
L.A. Oh, hell. Well, I would love for you to do that. I will pour the rest of your glasses tonight. Just come get me from my frivolity, and I will do that for you. She starts to walk away.
Okay. Do I? So, what have I paid for at this point? After she stepped
2 gold
in?
pieces.
2 gold pieces. Okay. I just want to get that.
At this point, a couple more people come in. Just your average town folk.
I'll just pick up my ale that she left, and I'll kind of saunter back over to the group that are gathered near the Vasanti with my ale, sipping on it.
They're always half decent. I'm not a beer person in real life, so I'm not going to go about the amber hues or the hops just bouncing off your beard, but it's very good.
I'm a dwarf. Shit. I just want to get drunk.
Oh.
Yeah, nah. Thrung is not.
Fuck.
He's not high and mighty. He don't give a shit. He's accustomed to ale, and he'll drink. He'll drink whatever.
Wasted the
But
2 things I know about beer on you.
Nah, it's all good. I'm not a beer drinker, anyways. Just all about playing the character.
Alright. Anybody else?
I'm good.
she's just kind of standing over there watching the Vasani dance.
Time goes by. As lunchtime comes, more people pile in. Just more. You notice that the 3 Vistani seem to own the bar. Or own the tavern. And they love to be the center of attention. So they're basically putting on the equivalents of a like live music event at a tavern, and they're not half bad. You might even catch your foot tapping from a time or two. Would anybody else like to do anything?
No.
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good.
So we're just gonna sit in the tavern for a while longer. Starting to
catch
get
them up on,
closer and
like-
closer to nighttime.
I was about to say, yeah, like I was gonna give Abriella a chance to explain, and then
Well,
the other group could also explain, because now we have potentially 2 side quests. Thrung has no sorts of either, so I'm just gonna be sipping on my ale.
She's gonna tell them about Ismark and his sister and how he told her if there would be a fine, like reward for taking her to, what is this place called? Valaki?
Velaki. Do you want me to spell it for you?
No, I see it right here. I was just trying to map.
You see it where?
And on the map.
Oh, okay.
The map I got in the beginning.
Yeah.
And she just wants to get their insight on what they think about that. And if they want to take on this 18-year-old girl and take her to this place, maybe way we can go to Snap Castle or whatever.
The offer of gold and adventure, some would say. Don't all talk at once.
I mean,
I'm
I'd
okay
like
to
to-
leave the bar.
Yeah.
Yes, Jade.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to.
I know y'all did not
everybody
just
else with
ignore
about the
everything I
side
just said.
quests.
I mean, no, I
About
just don't know how to
helping-
answer it.
what do you guys think about getting this girl and taking her? I mean, it is pretty Self-explanatory.
We could take
Yes,
this.
no.
I mean, yeah. Do you?
I am
Now,
okay if the group is okay with it.
as I say, now is a point to where it's like, do we want to take this girl and get money, or do we want to look for this lady's missing daughter, and
Why not both?
I mean, yeah, along the way we could do both, but I mean that's what Alexis
Yeah,
asked
we
me.
can take
Yeah,
the
but
girl.
we don't have. Yeah, but we also don't have any like. We never promised this woman anything or said that we were gonna meet up with her or anything
Well,
like that.
Pig said that we would look for Strahd and potentially bring
We'll
her
keep
daughter
our
back.
eye open,
Yeah. So like Pig has already said
but not
that,
actively going out to like
Yeah.
find him.
Yeah,
But-
I never promised Ismark anything either. I just said, I would look and see if I could find anybody or.
Yeah, but I feel like it has more potential because you're meeting up with like you have the opportunity to meet up with him and
Plus,
He-
plus
Yeah.
you've
gain
already been given
reward.
20 gold.
He did promise
Yeah,
you
I mean-
20 more gold to bring him a group, and 500 gold to take Irina to Velaki.
Absolutely. Thrung's all about that money, baby. Let's do it.
Yeah, I didn't know that part. Let's see.
Oh, I apologize. I left it out, I guess.
Yeah,
Divided
well,
by
you did
five.
say, you
So
did
that
say
would be
hefty
a-
reward, but
Yeah, you
That
just
would be
didn't say how
100
much.
per.
I assume that was on purpose, like, 'cause,
So we would all get 100 gold to do this.
absolutely. Let's fucking do it. Thrung downs his ale. Ready to start the adventure.
Okay. Are y'all ready to go to the Burgermeister's mansion?
Yes.
Yeah.
I am absolutely.
Yep.
Oh, I already used this. Hold on.
Can I get the name of this man who was murdered?
In a second, you definitely will.
Okay.
You have not asked for it yet.
I have not. I mean, I'll ask him if I have to, but I was just wondering.
I'm trying to remember what his name is. The one complaint I have about this module is the information about things y'all would ask in certain scenes aren't always in that scene. Like I actually had to go back a chapter to look at the Bastani. All right. So you walk down the street. Once you get about here, the fog starts to break towards the end, and you can see a weary-looking mansion squats behind a rusting iron fence. The iron gates are twisted and torn. The right gate lies cast aside, while the left swings lazily in the wind. The stuttering squill and clang of the gate repeats with mindless precision. Weeds choke the ground and press with menace upon the house itself, yet against the walls the growth has been tramped down to create a path of about the domain. Heavy claw markings have stripped the once beautiful finish of the walls. Great black marks tell of the fires that have assailed the mansion. Not a pane nor a shard of glass stands in any window. All the windows are barred and with planks, each one marked with stains of evil omen. What do y'all do?
Evil.
Yeah, evil. Detect. Pig.
Detect magic.
See if there's a spell around this place.
What is that clicking noise?
Can you tell me how close we are to the place in feet, please?
Yeah, sure. I'd say 100. So let me get back to a different ambiance in a second.
So to cast detect magic, I need to be within at least 30 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Walk up there.
Yeah, walk up to the gate, but not like touching it, and then like, voila.
I walk up to the property and I get close enough to where I can touch the gate with my hands, but I don't. And I want. Go ahead.
I just wanted to clear up a mistake I made. Ismark's last name is actually Indirovich, while his sister's last name is Kolyana. They are adopted, so they don't have the same last name. Or she is adopted, he is not.
Okay, how
All
far
right.
past the gate is the house?
Good 30, 40 feet.
I walk through the gate up to the door.
Was the gate not closed?
No,
No.
one of them
Oh,
is
he-
ripped the fuck off.
Oh.
The other one is swinging in the breeze.
Then
Okay,
I walk up to about. I pretty much walk up to the porch before I even touch the first step or whatever level the floor is. And I want to get as close as possible and detect the magic.
I just love how it almost auto-filled in Alabama.
Okay.
This is creepy. I'm gonna take this moment to pull my quarterstaff out and step in front of everybody because he doesn't know you people. And just some random group of people are coming up to this place.
Is there somebody standing out there?
No, but again, he's kind of seemed on the defense whenever he was walking down the street in your part. So because I've talked to him and I'm a familiar face, I feel like I should take the lead.
Pig, make a perception check.
Is this for my magic?
You're a strange liar.
No, it is not.
Oof.
Well, y'all see that dice roll though, right? It's pretty nice.
It's better. You're welcome.
What happened? What'd you tell him?
You got a 7.
Did he
Oh,
download
got
the
a
shit
7.
you asked him to download?
Yeah, if he finally downloaded Opera GX.
I can't believe I rolled a fucking 30.
You got a 7?
Yeah.
Perception? Jesus. Well, guess what? There is no magic, and you don't discern anything.
You
It just looks like shit out there, you know.
This is my
Stuff.
highest one. It's a +4.
fucking suck. what good are you,
My
bro?
highest one is persuasion at 5.
My persuasion's at 5 too.
Perception.
Everybody,
Yeah.
everybody's a lot better than me. I'm only
I
athletic.
said persuasion, not perception. Perception's +1.
Well, since you're in front, what do you want to do?
Alexia wanted to step in front of him.
He's talking to me, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because I stepped in front of Chris. Because he went to the door. Anyway, I'm gonna I'll have my quarterstaff out and I'm gonna knock on the door.
You hear a soft voice from behind. Hello? Who's there?
This bitch again?
I don't
I'm
have
looking
a
for
lot of female
Ismark.
voices. I am a guy.
Oh.
Who's asking for Ismark? What is your name?
Oh crap, but she doesn't have a last name. I don't know. Just Abriella. We met at the what was that bar called? Blood of the Vine. In regards to Irina.
What do you want with me?
Oh. Okay. I spoke with him, and I would like to she kind of looks around, just check, like making sure that there's no like anybody creeping up or anything. I would like to talk about taking you to Valaki.
Stay right there. Don't go anywhere. She walks,
Alright.
you hear footsteps go away. You hear some conversation kind of muddled in the background. Footsteps approach again. Who is there?
My name is Abriella.
Abriella, how are you? It's Ismark.
Oh yes,
Did you find
I've
people?
yes,
Okay.
we have come. She's
Stand
gonna put her
back from the
quarterstaff
door.
away. Takes a step back. I'm not sure where everybody else is, but I'm just gonna step off the porch.
You hear a
Is there-
heavy padlock fall to the ground. Chains follow. And then you hear him scraping along the wooden door as the bar has been moved up.
Jesus.
He opens the door and just steps outside for a second to look at the group. Could you trust these people?
Can I?
Take your time.
Yeah. Really offensive much?
I mean,
Call it-
Abriella doesn't
what was
really
it
know
called?
us.
Yeah, I'm trying to. What is it called?
I'm a criminal.
Frick.
You're a lot of things.
You don't have a past. You're a wannabe criminal right now.
Perception. What is the role where you make like? Is it persuasion? Because I'm like I really
Perception?
kind of
You
don't know
want
these people.
intimidation.
Is that what I want?
No.
No.
You don't want to try to
No.
intimidate him.
I think perception or insight.
One of them.
No, if you're
Literally
trying to
said-
persuade him to trust us, you need to roll.
He's trying
persuasion.
to. I thought she was trying to decide if she trusted us.
No, I'm gonna.
He's gotta roll for that!
I can't believe what I'm hearing.
Hold on.
Rob this man right now.
Something literally said that I could roll to make
Your
him believe me
charisma?
more.
Yeah, persuasion.
Okay, yeah, I guess I'll do it. Yeah, let's just do a persuasion roll. Because I'm gonna tell him, I mean, I know these people. Do I trust them? I mean, I just met them.
Yeah, because you typically use persuasion when acting.
Is
in
that
good
what you
faith
say?
To foster friendship.
No, I'm
I
telling
hope
you what
not.
I'm gonna do. I'm not talking to the man.
What do you say? Let's put it that way. Because
Okay.
it's going to determine persuasion or deception, and if I give you any disadvantage here.
She confidently kind of like raises her back up. She says, "With my life."
Oof. You about to get hit with some negative effects.
Chris stabs her in the back.
Still check.
It's a deception.
Yep.
Go ahead and
Here we
roll
go.
it. No disadvantage.
It's a roll for deception.
Bones
crap.
really.
-1.
Oh, it's a negative one!
No.
12.
Oh, this one's bad roll.
12. 12.
Okay.
It's average.
It's quite big if you ask me.
I don't think you believe that, but I'm not in a position to be choosy.
Ah, so he's middle ground about it. He's middle ground about it.
So this is what he does. He takes 5 vials of water out of his pouch, and he gives one to each one of y'all. Drink.
All right.
Actually,
Jade,
he only gives 4, and one is not to Abriella.
Damn. All right, Jade. Use your shit
So-
and see if these are poison.
Yeah, I want to do that. I don't know how though. Can I use my medicine? Is that what I would use?
What is your tool proficiencies?
I don't even know what that means. So
It's on the left of your. Here, actually, I will look at your sheet so people can see what you're looking at. Code. Go to the left, down.
More tools.
Tools.
Flute.
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 You only have a flute? I thought you got alchemist tools as one of your proficiencies.
No. It came with the Outlander thing.
Everybody look at their tool proficiencies. Does anybody have anything with alchemy on it?
My tools are dice sets.
Okay, shit.
Your screen's
Jade,
black.
for the fun and fuck of it, I need you to add, go to your inventory, add alchemy tools.
Big, where's the tools?
Yeah.
Where do I do that?
Right here,
on
you
the-
see the screen?
Oh, I see
I
it.
can't hear.
Pig, yours is fucked up.
Add
not
equipment
supposed to have
at the
dice
bottom. Or manage equipment, inventory. Manage inventory.
Manage inventory.
To the top. Add items. Search that, search alchemy.
I don't know how to spell this.
No, stop. Go back.
A-L.
No, not K. There's no K in
That dice
there.
set is useless.
I
ALC.
don't know why I had it. I don't know why I had it.
A-L-C-H.
And stop.
Something you pig.
Alright.
Alchemy
alchemist supplies. Add that.
Supplies. Add to
Uh,
backpack or
equipment.
equipment?
Okay, cool. Now I will allow you to make a medicine check, and we'll just try to remember that your tool proficiency is also alchemy. Because that's what you were going for with your character anyways.
Yeah.
So, medicine.
Okay.
Roll it.
Oh.
So,
Mm.
you can tell it's liquid.
Jesus fuck. Alright,
He looks
whatever.
at you as you take your alchemy tools out to look at it, and he says, it's holy water. Have you never seen holy water?
You guys made me look like idiots.
No, we did not.
Thrung chuckles and just opens his up and throws it back uncaringly. Uncautious.
I do the same, I guess.
Okay.
Sure.
I
I'm
think we
drinking
should-
it now.
I do think we should fix
Selhana blushes.
pigs first before we fucking move on. That man
What's wrong with Big?
What's wrong with
that
Pig?
man-
Next is what?
his tools, he gave himself a dice set.
I don't
I
know.
That
also
was
have a
one
dice
of the.
set.
Yeah, I traded mine for a playing
Listen,
card set.
if it comes to it, just like I just did with Jade, I will give you a tool proficiency because some of y'all, if y'all would have known how to make your characters, if y'all have made characters before, y'all would have had already done that.
Yeah.
Like I have
Pig
the
didn't
disguise
read.
kit and thieves tool.
Yeah, if my man Pig didn't read, he just said, "Yes, sir."
So anyways, he looks at you and says, "Well, at least I know you're holy." Anyways, come inside.
She kind of sheepishly walks inside. Kind of embarrassed about lying.
I will
Y'all
start
give me
a-
shit for trying to rob the damn merchant.
Oh wait, this is
Yeah, Chris, I apologize about that. Thrung is a much more carefree, relaxed person, so from now on, he's gonna let you do what you want to do.
So I assume we all walk in.
Yes.
Mhm.
One after the other.
Jade Solana's going glass.
Of course.
Shyly.
Pouring in.
A little embarrassed.
From the entrance hallway, he leads y'all into the interior of the mansion. It is well furnished, yet the fixtures show signs of great wear and tear. Noticeable oddities are, noticeably, there are boarded up windows and the presence of holy symbols in every room. The burgomaster is in a side room. Okay. Alright. So, the new burgomaster leads you through, Ismark. And, to a side room. You can tell it is a drawing room. Lying in a simple wooden coffin in the middle of the floor is the old burgomaster, with the faint odor of decay. There are flowers tucked into his coffin with him.
Oh, he's here. Okay.
And no, we're not gonna do that.
Abriella kind of walks up to his side. Not the man, not the dead man. But it was his name? Shoot, I keep forgetting it. Ismark, and kind of just like whispers over to him an apology for being deceiving.
It's understandable. People have to watch their own backs in this hard times.
So this is your father then?
Yes. We obviously haven't had time to bury him. I apologize for the decor.
Oh, no, that's fine.
It's hot out here on these streets.
Can
Excuse me?
I inspect the coffin and the body?
It's disrespectful.
His
I just
wife
look in
and
it.
Irina
Just
are
look.
both giving in it.
No, I'm looking at the body. Is it a closed casket or open?
It's an open casket. This is their funeral. Welcome to it. You have been invited to a funeral.
Thank you.
Oh, okay.
What would you like to discern from the body?
I just like to take a glimpse at his neck.
It is visibly slashed.
Okay, just making sure he wasn't a vampire, you know. Gotta check all. I don't need this dude coming back from the dead.
Okay, but what about the wrists?
Make
and
a perception
the
check.
thighs?
Make a perception.
Okay, I'll go perception. Here we go. 19.
Oh.
I'm glad somebody's rolling something.
Amy. Boy, it would have sucked if it wasn't have been holy water.
That we know of. If you rolled higher, it could have been holy water laced with something.
You look over at Irina. She is a strikingly young-looking woman with auburn hair. What you can tell, though, is on her neck, she doesn't have one pair of bite marks. She has two.
Things about to go down. I'm about to attack everybody in this room. I don't want to just call her out on it. Can I ask what happened to her neck?
Yes. Give me just a second.
Well, I don't know
want
them. They don't know
I
me.
feel like I need to prepare some spells. I don't know what's about. What are you doing?
I want to bring up a picture.
First of
Irina,
all,
actually.
you
look
come
at
in
her.
here and you look inside these dead people's loved one coffin, and now you're asking what's going on with this young woman's neck.
It's a suspicious house. That Pigwit's doing a
It's-
damn magic check on the building.
It's
I like this
suspicious.
one.
They're suspicious.
So,
But you also have to think this woman is looking down about like 3 feet.
Big ass
Oh,
woman.
it's just funny.
She got a sword. Why? She got a sword.
well, she has it sheathed on her side. She is wearing leather armor.
Yep.
Here's her auburn
Why she
hair.
need? Why she need to wear that armor in her house? Just saying.
As you can see, it plainly gets attacked. Like the last 2 nights, three nights, and her father died because of intruders and shit. Anyways,
I asked where the security is and if she's willing to pay for some.
Okay, let's continue.
So she looks at you and she kind of sheepishly looks away and covers her neck. She says, "I've been attacked twice now. He'll come for me a third time, and when he does, he won't just take a sip. He'll take all of my blood. The next day,
Who,
I'll wake up, and I won't be myself anymore.
who is he?
Damn.
Proud. But she didn't disclose that.
I can
Yes.
tell you're new in town. The demon Strahd.
I mean, I told y'all everything that he told me.
Yeah, but she could have
to be-
information that you don't.
Okay.
She has done battle with this man twice, or thing.
I'd like to apologize for my friend kind of just outwardly asking you about that. It was a little disrespectful. So I'm sorry about that.
It's okay.
I mean, if you want to ask all the questions, you can.
I mean, I just
Who would
kind of
like
felt like
to?
it was.
Who would like to interrogate, Irina?
I wouldn't call it interrogation.
What do I have to roll for that first?
Interrogation? Performance, strength, acrobatics, and a little bit of deception.
I can use
Acrobatics.
acrobatics?
Oh yeah, I guess.
What
If
do I
you
have to
want a
roll?
waterboarder, sure.
I guess I'm a little proficient in interrogation.
What do I have to roll just to have a conversation with this person, where it
Just
doesn't?
speak,
I don't have to jump through hoops.
and I'll let you know.
I mean, it just depends on your actions.
I mean, I just want to ask her what information she can tell us about
How about
Strahd.
instead of it being an interrogation, it's an investigation?
Oh, there we
I don't
go.
know which kid to talk.
So, anyways, she freely gives you information.
Big money.
Yeah, well,
all about
sometimes it
wording.
does say in here that she will freely give you information. So, she explains that Strahd has been trying to court her, saying that she will be his new bride. That he's visited her and charmed his way inside. She doesn't remember much from her encounters with him. The only thing that she remembers clearly is the blazing hunger in his eyes.
One of y'all should ask her if she knows the other woman's daughter.
She tells the characters that wolves and other terrible creatures attacked the house night after night for weeks, which is why the burgomaster is dead. His heart finally gave out.
I want to know if they're coming back tonight.
Sorry.
She doesn't know.
There will be a third time between here and whenever, though. It's pattern.
How does he know where she is? Or does he know where she is?
What?
Like at all
Who?
times.
What?
Strauss.
Strahd.
Strahd. Whatever the frick his name is. Like, says he's gonna come back for her. Does he know, like, can he track her at all?
I don't know. He's only ever come for me here.
Is it usually during the nighttime?
We just need to leave.
He's a vampire.
Yes.
I
Yes.
think so. Can we move on to like see how we go about taking this lady somewhere else?
She says that she has heard of Ismark's plan, but she wishes to bury her father first.
How much longer does the funeral have?
Well, the funeral's over now that everybody's paid their respects. Me and Ismark have paid our respects. Now we just have to take him to the church for a proper burial.
Well,
Oh my god, that church is so far away.
Where's the church? How do you know where
Yeah,
the church
it's
is?
There's a map.
Where?
it looks like it's the top right thing, or the
Yeah.
left.
Where are y'all looking
I mean,
at the map?
I have
I
the
would
map
assume
pulled
it'd be
up.
the one on top left.
Why do you have the map pulled up? This
Why
is
not?
not free information.
I want it pulled up.
This is not free information.
How much silver you want for it?
Okay. Well, if
Who's
we're gonna,
dying in the background?
How did y'all
I
get
guess
the link to this fucking...
You sent it
I
to
didn't
us.
do anything. I watched
Did I?
Yes.
not to that amount. Oh yeah,
No,
you did.
not-
No,
With
Oh,
the
yeah.
no, you
whole
didn't.
scarecrows and things and showing us
No.
where the town inn was.
Yeah, but he didn't send us that map because that's a different generated map.
But you do have a URL.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
do
I
have a
feel
URL
fucking retarded
type.
now. Thank you, guys.
yeah, I kind of copied it.
Take a
'cause I-
picture. Take a picture.
No, I
okay.
didn't want y'all to have this map freely because there's some encounters on the map. That's why.
I mean, we
Oh.
can't see the encounters on the map, I don't think.
You're technically truthful. So, anyways, she points to the hill that you can actually plainly see. Here is the church.
Oh well, I thought it was the other place. I was wrong.
That one? No.
Still, yeah, the other little one. Anyway. Hey. Shh.
Let me double check my map and make sure I'm sure.
Come to the bathroom. What's up, buddy? Good morning.
What time of day is it? Is it like almost nighttime, or is it nighttime?
Because you guys finally figured it out, I'll say that y'all left the tavern at 1. It's about 1:30. So yeah, it's about 1:30. The bitch is about 30 minutes away, and the hole's already dug. He says we just have to plop them in. And
Sounds
cover it
great.
up.
All right,
I'll
let's
go willingly.
Yeah,
Let's go.
yeah. I assume we're taking the casket, so I'll walk over and stand at one side of the casket.
Okay. So y'all just go about walking
I also helped
towards
speed up this
church.
process.
Is
Any interactions on the way? Nobody objects to us carrying this casket through the streets.
I didn't say I was carrying it.
Alright,
So-
you little pint-sized bitch.
You notice, especially the closer you get to the tavern, the streets are a little more lively. And when I say little, 1 or 2. People look towards your group, and you can discern that they're specifically looking at Irina. They look at her and immediately walk the opposite direction.
Oof.
The party is going to just start its march this way. Just a profane procession all the way to the
She
church.
may have to go OUT.
So let me get to the church real quick. Atop a slight rise against the roots of the pillar stone that supports Castle Ravenloft stands a gray, sagging edifice of stone and wood. The church has obviously weathered the assaults of evil for centuries on and on, and is worn and weary. A bell tower rises towards the back, and flickering light shines through holes in the shingled roof. The rafters strain feebly against the load. As you guys approach the church doors, the heavy wooden doors of the church are covered with claw marks and scarred by fire.
Wow.
Good
Um,
God. What's wrong with this place?
Since you guys are carrying the casket, Ismark and Irina open the doors for y'all.
Damn right.
The doors open to reveal a 10-foot wide, 20-foot long hall leading to a brightly lit chapel. The hall is unlit and reeks of mildew. 4 doors, 2 on each side of the hall, lead the... I'm gonna pull up the map in a second once I read this. Lead to adjacent chambers. You can see that the chapel is strewn with debris, and you hear a soft voice from within reciting a prayer. Suddenly, the prayer is blotted out by an inhumane scream that rises up from beneath the wooden floor. And give me just a second.
You go give me a drink.
Nobody look at my stream for a minute.
Nobody look at this stream.
Alright, don't look at my stream at all anymore.
Well, then don't stream.
Oh,
Just
smart.
click off of it.
Look at you being smart. Don't disconnect.
Are you gonna
Stop streaming.
take her?
Yeah, I guess I'll
Lilith
take
is
her.
being weird.
Just getting this set up.
Go get me a drink.
Alright.
Christopher,
Hold on.
look at the cat. She's freaking out. She never licks me this.
If anything happens, I'm taking a stealth check. If something happens before I get back.
You're going down.
It's a 19. I'm safe.
I think that she tastes the cotton candies. Carter.
Or you feeding the cat cotton candy?
No, but I've been eating cotton candy, and you know how it gets stuck on your fingers? I bet she still tasted some of it.
Owlbear Radio.
Oh, she's hot. Come here. Take kisses.
Rank.
Mwah. I love you.
I like that.
I'm sure you do. It's pure sugar.
Import.
Taste it.
I'm sure you do. It's sugar.
Pure sugar.
It is string sugar. I'll give it to you with your nasty ass hands. I meant you could have gotten it from me with your hand, but like you're not gonna go in my.
Good. There's a vacuum.
No, don't put it back in there. This is mommy's thing. Why would you just eat it? I wanted a Mountain Dew.
Be right back.
Alright.
Anything happen? Ready
You
to
want
die?
more?
Nothing happened yet.
He hasn't said anything. Dad didn't get one. I don't know what the fuck he's doing. Why didn't you get a Mountain Dew? I was gonna split it with Carter. Look at it. It disappears. Just like that poor little raccoon who
Hey,
tried to
guys,
wash
go.
his cotton candy.
It's in red.
I'll put you guys.
It dissolves.
Oh my god. So big of me happened. This big.
I don't want to put it back in there.
Yep, hands down, staying with my stealth check.
Man, we're about to do battles
30 minutes.
from the grave.
Hopefully it's not as
Wesley, we're
stupid
gonna
as
play
last
Fortnite.
time.
I mean,
Oh,
you're the
we
ones
need to-
thinking y'all doing battles. Are y'all on my page yet?
Yeah, I'm on the page. We need to do something to level up. Besides just a quest.
Remember, you equal 1 square.
Do I need to pull myself down there?
Yeah.
What are we doing? What's happening? Oh. Man.
Yeah.
You're in A, so in these 6 squares, put yourself in marching order. And make
It
sure you
needs
fit
to
a
go.
square. Yep.
It needs to go. Probably Jordan, then Chris, then
I'm in stealth, you bitch.
then it needs to go. What is Alexia again? She's a wizard or a sorcerer.
No, I'm a
Sorceress.
sorcerer.
What is Alexia?
A wizard. But
Uh,
she also has more combat than I do.
I would say Jade needs to be second to last
Why not last?
because someone needs to cover your behind, literally.
My booty?
Somebody needs to have your back in case somebody swings around and tries to hit you from behind. And then I'll be in the middle because I'm the range character and I can hit all around at at least 150 feet.
An encounter.
Oil there.
You slowly.
It's basically empty. Dad didn't get you a drink.
Alright,
I
so
am
that's
going.
4 people. Who's not on the board?
There's 5 of us.
Yeah, I'm just already in there.
Oh, never mind. You're not counting the bitch.
Where's Chris?
Jordan's not here.
I'm going, Carter.
So
Going.
you're back here, is what you're saying?
Is it marching order from left to right?
No, marching. Will you not move my shit? Okay, Chris, if you want to be stealthing outside, you're not gonna be next to the door where Ismark and Irina are holding the door open for you guys.
Just I put my character piece down.
Selhana, you're next to Irina. Okay. So like I said, y'all would be inside after that. Well, no, you know what, it's fine. Y'all can be in these 6 squares, and Jinx, you can be where you are. Selhana can be there. Jordan, yeah.
I know I'm the best.
Abriella.
What's Dad?
Okay. So who was carrying the coffin?
I thought we all were. Is it like the ring bearers?
I said I was
The
not.
pallbearers?
Yeah. That's what I said.
You said the ring.
I know.
So I'm sorry. Who's carrying the coffin?
I never agreed to carry a coffin in general.
Skrillex, I'm pretty sure said he was.
I mean, I
wasn't
will.
here for
I'm not
that.
super strong, but
I have 0 strength, but you know.
Well, 0 strength is average strength.
That's
0 in
someone
this
who's-
game is average.
Oh
that's
shit.
my strength is.
I'm
Alexia,
negative.
someone who has carried many of coffins in real life, I assure you, is not that heavy.
I've carried a coffin in real life, and it is heavy, but I was also an adolescent.
Is Skrillex here?
No, he's taking the dog out.
Okay, we can wait a second. Are we still trying to get off at 10 tonight?
Yeah.
Okay.
So should we wait on this battle thing that's probably gonna happen?
You guys keep saying battle.
I feel like there's about to be a battle.
You don't know.
I know I don't know.
I mean, with context clues and basically we're doing what happened last time, there's going to be a battle.
Or he's just getting
You
really
don't know.
descriptive. Maybe it's an investigation and we have to check under the broken pews. Why is there 2 bedrooms in a church?
For the little kids
What the heck?
and the priest.
Does somebody have a magical ability to kill the lights?
No.
I don't think that's true, Pig.
Yeah.
I don't. I mean, I can do fog.
Somebody does.
I
and I'm
do.
not gonna explain it.
I do have it. I can cause flames to flicker, brighten, dim, or change color for 1 minute with a word
Oh,
that I
man.
can't say.
I can offer it to him.
Thaumaturgy. You know what?
Turgy.
Amaterasu.
Alright, Jordan's here.
Thaumaturgy.
Very, very
Oh.
not close.
We can start.
Okay. So again, you guys, an inhuman scream that rises up from beneath the wooden floor.
What just happened?
Behind the hall, which is A, the chapel is in shambles, with overturned and broken pews littering the dusty floor. Dozens of candles mounted in candlesticks and candelabras light every dusty corner in a fervent attempt to rid the chapel of shadows. At the far end of the church sits a claw-scarred altar, behind which kneels a priest in soiled vestments. Next to him hangs a long, thick rope that stretches up into a bell tower.
You say he's dead?
What's the shadows mean?
From beneath the chapel floor, you hear a young man's voice cry out, "Father, I'm starving! Father! Father, I'm hungry!" Right about... Let me make sure I'm not using anybody else's shit here. Here would be, a priestly man. He is still in prayer, by the altar.
Okay.
Alright. Anything y'all want to do before I continue?
I want
Can
to
I
change my
ask-
emblem to the tree.
Can I ask Ismark if he recognizes the man?
Yes, that is Father Donovich.
Good enough for me.
So vague, but all right.
Anybody?
I'm ready to continue.
Mhm.
Are we to assume doors
Two in front of
B,
us are
C,
open.
D, and E are closed?
Yes.
Did my internet cut out? Am I by myself?
No.
No, you're fine.
Probably. You're probably by yourself. The answer is yes.
Cool.
Who is Violet Fungus?
So that means that we won't have to worry about anybody flanking us from either of those four sides. So the only rooms we need to worry about are A and F.
We really don't know anything yet.
Yeah, I was just kind of waiting. We don't know enough. We're actually just getting a casual look around right now.
The fuck is going on here? Alright,
What?
Ismark, tired of holding the fucking door open, is going to inch forward, and so is Irina. And, they're going to go up to Father Donovich.
Okay.
And tell him, that they would like to, bury their father, if he would kindly. He looks up, still speaking in prayer, and stops. He says, "If you wait till dawn, I can bury your father for you."
We have to wait till dawn.
Anybody else want to come in the building? No? Okay. Well, Father, we're trying to leave tonight to get away from this cursed town. Would you be so kind as to do it yourself? No, I'm too big and too old for that. You'll have to bury him in the morning, and I'll need your help. Irina and Ismark are going to bicker for a little bit and determine if they want to stay or if they want to go.
No, we're gonna bury him. And this dude's gonna help us.
So I got one for staying.
I don't know about staying until dawn. That means we have to stay throughout the whole night.
No, I mean, like, he's gonna help us now. We're gonna make him help us tonight.
Oh, are you intimidating? Why don't you
Yeah.
intimidate then?
Wipe my hand off. Let's see, what is mine?
I
Oh,
feel
crap.
like this is Chris.
The -1.
Alright, let's see.
Big money.
Shit, I got a 4.
God.
I think that I would like to use persuasion to try to get him to help tonight.
Well, first he's going to obviously talk about that blatant loss of intimidation there. I've seen horrors far and wide. Look around. They're everywhere.
Sir, I beg you to pardon my friend. She's just really anxious. Is there any way that I can persuade you to, look past this and help us bury? Everyone's just in shambles over the loss of a loved one.
Roll a persuasion.
Okay.
Wrong. Oh.
Nice.
My lord. Can you stop rolling?
Is this not self? Oh, wait. Oh, okay. I had it set to self, and it must have switched.
You rolled
back.
a 22.
Persuasion 22.
If you're rolling the dice on the left, you have to switch it every time.
No, I was doing the actual intimidation one.
So Jade rolled a 22.
Swayed the shit out of him.
Did we lose Frankie?
No, if you give me a second, I'll let you know what happens. Very well, very well, very well. I will Now start the ceremony. So he walks. Walks. He gets about here. Oh, come now. It's time for you guys to bury the body.
That doesn't sound very friendly.
Why does he sound like he wants me to touch his strong hand?
Why does he sound like he's being deceptive?
Father, I'm very hungry. Father, I can hear them. Father, please help me.
I'm gonna have to fight this.
Everyone's
Something
gonna
is
ask
going
me-
on.
Everyone's gonna ask the man about why the hell there's a child screaming downstairs.
I asked the priest if this is a Catholic church.
Damn.
Don't
I'm
worry.
gonna use perception on the room.
Which one?
Sure. Roll
The
perception as he
What about
answers the questions
insight?
that have already been done to him.
Well, clearly there's a downstairs.
So, he explains, oh, that's just my child. He got into a bit of trouble and has to be grounded for a little while.
No
Come
ground
now,
floor.
bury the body.
What do you do to get in trouble?
And why is he
Bury
not
the
being
body,
fed?
bury the body.
Oh, he's just ignoring us. Nice. Okay.
I would like to double down, and I would like to intimidate him into telling us what kind of trouble his boy got into.
Yeah, sure, try an intimidation.
That's how confident.
18.
It's a pretty intimidating barbarian.
I'm debating on my roll here. I'm going to go easy on you guys.
I would hope so.
He explains that he got into some trouble. They wanted a revolution. I told them not to.
You know, this man
So
is
he's
absolutely
clinically
fucking-
insane.
Yeah, this man is absolutely fucking bonkers.
Alright, time to bury the body. Let's go.
He's gonna dig this body up later. This thing ain't staying buried.
Can I use identify and try to like touch him and see if there's if any of his spells are currently like affecting him right now?
So he is not an object, and the answer is no.
Actually, it says if you instead touch a creature throughout the casting, you learn what spells, if any, are currently affecting it.
I wouldn't
Got him.
consider a human a creature, though.
I
You
mean,
sound like those people who wouldn't consider humans animals when we technically are.
Well, creature does mean anything in this game. Creature, so like humanoid is anything that is bipedal and intelligent. Whereas a creature embodies every living thing.
So she could technically touch him
Yes.
and see if he's under a spell right now. She just has to roll.
Yes.
I-
But he would. I mean, she would have to visibly touch him.
And I draw my bow at the ready just in case he tries something.
Sure.
Selena
Draw
is
your
on
bow.
guard and worried.
No harm, friend. No harm. Let's just go bury the body.
Alright, Alexia, if you want to use your thing, you'll have to, say that you want to reach out and touch him, and then
Get in the same square with him.
you'll probably have to do a roll to see if.
yep,
if he
I'm very
avoids.
aware. So Abriella's gonna walk up to him and kind of like put her arm, like, her hand on his shoulder and say, like, let's just go.
Oh, sorry, bud.
Okay.
Kinda
So,
just like-
have you cast Identify using spell slot?
Yes.
Casting time.
1
A
minute.
minute.
Are you gonna touch this man for a full minute?
Sure. I'll just kind of.
Say you grab him
We
by both
all
shoulders and
have
shake
children
him.
except for Jordan here.
Yeah,
Have you
but
ever had a kid cuddle up to you?
Yeah.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, like
Oh yeah.
Not
I'm
you.
going to use a very ungrown-up word here and say snuggle. Does anybody know what I mean? Like where they kind of like, or a pet will do it. A pet will do it. They'll come up to your
Yeah.
arm and they'll kind of just like nudge it with
Grab
your head.
it. Okay, yeah.
So he kind of just enjoys the warmth of another human for 5 seconds. As you can see that this man has been weary and tired and obviously has not had sleep in forever. He just kind of snuggles up to your hand.
All right.
He warmly embraces it. Embraces the touch.
Good touch, good touch.
Yes, yes, very good. Let's move along now.
You do not identify anything. He is not under a single spell.
Stupid. Okay.
Deprived.
So they say that the burial is an E6.
Hey, quit.
So let me find E6 real quick. Okay, so E6 is literally just back there. Alright, so let me see what happens here. We're well, no, that's actually something else, but we're kind of like up here. Okay? This is where the graveyard is, back here. So as you guys catch up to him, he starts to light his fuck cleric. Go into your wait, we don't have a cleric. Gosh damn it. Censer. That's what they're called. The thing that priests put incense. I know none of y'all have been to a Catholic church ever. There's a thing that they hold by a chain that they like swing around, and it has incense in it. So he's just kind of swinging that around the ground where a hole has already been buried. And as the two people approaching the coffin approach, he starts to kind of like chime it at the coffin as well. He says a prayer to the Morning Lord, which is the deity of the church. He says a prayer for Kolyan Indorvich's deliverance from Barovia. Which is the Burgermeister's actual name. Ismark and Irina now come up to the coffin, one on each side, and start nailing the coffin shut. Noticing that they put about an inch between each nail just in case.
Yeah, this man's psycho.
Before they nail the coffin shut, he puts the holy symbol of the Morning Lord into the coffin, and also just splashes the body with holy water just in case. Irina and Ismark lower their own father into the grave. They do the whole thing where you pick up a patch of dirt and just put it over there.
Mhm.
They ask Abriella if she would say a kind word or two about the Burgermeister.
She never met.
um, this we are here today for this man that, even though I did not know him, seems like a very noble man. She's actually kind of like right, kind of right there. Um, may God rest his soul and bring him peace in the eternal lands. Yep, that's about it.
Okay.
That's weird. I'm sorry. You have a dream, Peter?
Alright.
Jesus, son.
Um, he starts to play
Give it to Dad.
a minor illusion. And it is plain for you guys to know.
A minor
Um,
illusion.
Yeah, minor illusion. One
I
of
have
y'all
that
definitely
bill.
has that spell.
I do.
I do.
As and y'all can look back on my stream now.
I am.
It's just an organ that is self-playing. It starts to make a sound, and this is the sound. As Irina and Ismark continue the burial, the holy music of the Morning Lord plays in the background. Father, I'm hungry, Father! Father!
I go give
Selena is growing more concerned.
the kid a dream pastry.
I can
No,
also
you
give
don't.
him half
Oh.
mine.
Would you like to go give the kid a dream pastry?
Yeah, what room is he in?
No, I don't.
I think that we
Do you see this
shouldn't
building
turn a
right
blind
here?
eye.
I think we need
Yeah.
to investigate the situation because
This
I also
building
do.
right here has a big word on it that says Undercroft. And you hear the screaming coming from it.
No, little boy can just do what he wants for now.
It has come up 3 different times. I think we should investigate.
I think we should kill this Donovich.
We can't just kill everybody.
Donovich,
I don't know why Christian doesn't want to play the final boss as
After-
the final boss.
after the funeral, Donovich and Ismark just begin talking, and they're kind of quietly talking with Irina and Ismark, and they both lean, have a prayer said over them. You can make out certain points of it. Donovich, seeming to have snapped to his senses for just a few minutes, suggests that she would be safest at the Abbey of Saint Markovia in Kresk is the city's name.
So even farther. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And if not Kresk, then Valaki would be a second option.
Can I like walk up to them in the middle of their conversation and kind of just like so I overheard you say that we should take her to this, what is this land called? How do you say it?
Kresk.
Kresk. To Kresk.
Yes, specifically the Abbey of Saint Markovia.
What exactly is there for her?
It is a more holy place than my church. My humble little church. He starts to get mildewy again in the eyes and says,
He's a freaking weirdo.
"It's where I was trained as a
As
bird
a
priest. Bird priest." Memories. And he just starts walking back towards the church.
Yo,
What
I'm gonna leave.
is this child held hostage?
Yes, absolutely.
She's gonna catch up to him and kind of just I'm gonna get my my quarterstaff out and just kind of like put it in front of him to stop him from walking.
He says, good touch, bird church, bird church."
Ismark, what the hell is wrong with this man?
You see, guys, his son was part of a town-wide revolution.
Yeah.
They marched up, and just to like kind of show y'all the map, you go to the overarching map that's on the actual Discord. Where is it? DD chat. Go up to this one. So if you look, legitimately, the church is in this corner right here, right?
Okay.
Over the church is literally the castle. Okay? Now, to explain how to get to the castle by road, because the church is on the castle is on a cliff, they have to walk all the way through all that and around. So they led a revolution that it could be heard from the castle, being right here, all the way around a good, at least like, I would say 8-10 hours maybe by walking a mob distance, to the fucking castle.
So past the lake, and then like around.
Yeah, you see that around.
All right.
Right. So, yeah, the revolution didn't go well. As Mark explains that a lot of people did not make it back. Those who did were changed forever, and not for the good. So it's best not to ask people questions about their family in this town.
Well,
Want to find the boy?
what do we know, or what happened to the child?
He's locked in a basement.
We don't know. While the revolutions were going on, Irina was being attacked, so we didn't see. I haven't heard.
She's gonna turn to the priest and she's gonna say, "Can we go down to the Undercroft and see what's wrong with the child?"
No, bad child, don't go down there. You'll regret it.
Yeah,
Why is he bad?
It was part of revolution.
Is he a vampire?
Bird revolution.
Bird.
Be a demon.
Yeah, he's
Does he
definitely
need to
been
be exercised?
concerned.
Are you asking?
Yeah.
Exercise. No exercise for Donovich. Fat, happy Donovich.
Not that kind of
Okay.
exercise.
Anything out of this man? She
Yeah,
kind
I
of
mean,
mumbles to
Yeah.
herself.
he's just kind of a crazy old kook. That
I
don't
think
we're
that
gonna
we
get
just
much
need to-
from.
If we're gonna do anything, we should probably just do it at our own accord.
The way I see it as your DM is you have two options.
You can go
Find the
fight this.
child.
You can go fight the child, or we can just
Can you let him say what it
take
is?
his mark on.
You can go figure out what's going on with the child, or you and Ismark and Irina can get the fuck out of town.
I don't know. We need some XP.
I guess
Yeah.
we just
Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z.
I was about to say, yeah, we
You
could.
got 4 minutes.
We could
Make
say
a
we could say that
decision
we're.
and then we'll stop.
Find
I'll
the
say
kid.
okay.
Yeah, I say we fight the kid.
Okay.
One
Yeah,
v
fuck
one v
that
five.
kid.
All right. So going back to the owl bear.
And I place my Jinx in attack mode. And then I end my turn.
Too bad he's only a 1100 attack.
So everybody go back to owl bear.
Mm-hmm.
Back in Albera.
I see this big ass black spot I left black.
Yeah, it's the other
Watch
part.
as I magically erase it. Wait, where's the eraser?
I didn't even see that part.
It's the underground or the underworld.
Hush.
There it is. Undercroft.
There's G for Greg.
So, G for Greg. The church's Undercroft has rough-hewn walls and a floor made of damp clay and earth. Rotting wooden pillars strain under the weight of the wooden ceiling. Candlelight from the chapel above slips through the cracks, allowing you to glimpse a gaunt shape in the far corner.
What?
All right. The end. Campaign's over.
Roll for initiative.
Yep, but not right now. Actually, there's no roll for initiative yet.
Yeah, we don't know. He's not directly gonna attack us yet. There'll be some build up, some tension.
And why the hell are you screaming for food? And are we the food?
Yes.
I will explain that you guys had to push 2 heavy metal slabs, well, stone slabs, to open the Undercroft. It's one of those, like, I don't know. Y'all seen the old
Like a
cartoonish
tomb?
shit? Yeah. Well, but it's like 2 stone doors that you.
The fuck, Chris? How'd you do that?
Right.
So, anyways, that's it for tonight. We will
Fuck.
stop here.
Anybody want
and
to play
go
Overwatch
play some
Fortnite?
Overwatch.
Chris,
Go
how'd you
bed.
roll